Hi Pisces, hello, this is Marthe with Universal Power Tarot. These messages we bring you here are supposed to encourage, elevate, and empower you guys, yay, as well as myself, of course. Hi Pisces, thank you so much for all your love and support, you guys. You are so wonderful. Thank you for booking private readings with me. It's just an incredible journey of getting to know you and whatever wants to come out. It's just beautiful. So thank you so much. Thank you also for your donations. I really appreciate that. Pisces, this is your Piscean experiment. It just came to me, and that I should use different cards, and so far it's been quite magical what wanted to come out. We'll see whether we're going to keep doing these. Please leave your feedback if you like, constructive feedback that is. If you would like me to continue, thank you, these for you. Thank you. This is a general reading, Pisces, so it may or may not resonate with you. Please only take what resonates and leave the rest behind, because that means it's for somebody else, right? It's not gender specific. This one is not time specific at all. Yay! And you can reverse the placements, guys. Whenever a reading speaks to you, no matter if it's your sign or not, just watch it. There may be a message in it for you, okay? Or if you feel drawn to it, if it has this pulling kind of a magnetic effect on you, watch it. Trust yourself, okay? All right, my sweethearts, let's hop into your reading. Ooh. Wow, you have the Six of Arrows transition. And guys, I'm going to need a little more time to look at these cards because I'm not as familiar with these cards as I am with the other ones, but I see this as an advantage. It still flows, but I may need a little bit more time to look at the cards. So this is, wow, what I'm getting with this is leaving, because I was really drawn to the darkness up here, like leaving the darkness behind, but you're also leaving the sunshine behind, which is really surprising. It's like a complete turnaround. It's like a 180 is what I'm getting here. Pisces is like, oh, no, not going there. And you're like, whoosh, a 180, like doing a 180 in your swan boat. It's like handbrake motion. Swan is turning around for Pisces. And it's like that. Yeah, but you're spot on. It's with the arrows is what I'm getting. You're spot on in doing so, and having done so, congratulations. Actually, whatever you're walking away from or transitioning into, perfect. You're spot on here. Spot on, Pisces. Yeah, it's like you're following something that maybe you yourself are not really able to perceive quite yet, but you're like, no, I need to go somewhere completely different. This is, whatever this was is not for me, or whoever this was is not for me. Good or bad, it's just not me, says Pisces. Yeah. Ha! Queen of Vessels, the Salmon. Yeah, it's so interesting. The Salmon really popped up in quite a few readings. It's been in the receptive mode. This is the Queen of Vessels, but I'm trying to get away from those things as well. So but you're just really in the receptive mode, and you're getting those insights and intuition, intuitive nudges from your higher self, from spirit. They're really, really talking to you, and you're receiving, and you're acting on that too. And the salmon is one of those fish that just swim upstream. And I don't know if any other fish does this, because it's contrary to nature, actually, because you would think that they would use very little energy in everything they do. That's the nature of things, the nature of nature, right? Use as little energy as you can, much like with the birds. They're going with the flow. They're going with the wind, with the current of the wind. You do not flap like this in a different direction. However, the salmon does this to lay eggs, to lay eggs somewhere else, right? To lay eggs somewhere else. And I'm not sure if they're dying, like once they're there, once they let their eggs wherever it is that they need to go. I'm getting this feeling all of a sudden of feeling like You've been swimming upstream for quite a while to the point of exhaustion, but this is rather to be seen throughout the extension of a whole life, right? And what you leave behind, like to your youngsters, to the next generation. That's what I'm getting with that too. That's interesting. It's not just, it may be a part of your journey also, but it's more so also over the span of your whole life. Interesting. Wow. Okay, absolutely transitioning to something else. Seven of Stones, healing. Your major healing is occurring with you right now, Pisces. Wow. It's like what I'm getting, that meditative kind of a stance, and you're elevating to something else. That's where you may have gotten your ideas from. You may have sat in meditation and all of a sudden you knew you had to go somewhere else or had to do something completely different, and something that may not be mainstream, quite literally, right? Neither good nor bad. It's beyond those labels, absolutely beyond that. And just the knowing that you have, and it's a really, really deep knowing that that makes you so sure that you will do a 180, which you did, and you were spot on about that. And it's leaving old ways behind, old personas behind, maybe even a human being, like a relationship behind, to go somewhere entirely different here. And that's quite the transition. All right, this is very specific for some of you. Someone recently in your environment, I'm sorry, I just have to say, someone died. And that event gave you a lot of clarity, is what I'm getting here. Okay, this is very specific and has happened already. Okay, so if you resonate with this, this is for you. And I'm sorry for your loss. Okay, and you have the seer, the seer. Wow, yeah, again, same kind of a thing here. Seeing things, the precognition, possible precognition, yeah. The ability to look into the future, maybe through tarot cards, through any other means, really to tap into something that not other people can that not a lot of other people can tap into, but you are very tapped in and tuned in here. Otherwise you wouldn't have known how to pull the brake. Like you saw something coming here, or you felt that this that you didn't want to go there anymore, and then you really made that 180 turn. Yeah, it's much like that maze that's down here. I don't know if you can see it. It's carved in the stone. It's like in that maze, you sometimes do have to have extreme curves, and you're still on target though. It's not like you wasted your energy at all, because that maze is... oh yeah, thank you. You didn't waste your energy. Contrary to what you may think, or what others may think, like you're... maybe it doesn't make any sense. It very much does, because there's this invisible maze that is around your life, is what I'm getting here, and where you are very much in need right now, because otherwise you wouldn't make that curve here in that maze. It's not possible, right? That's why you are taking that 180. And only later in life, in retrospect, will you understand and see why this was. Or maybe you're, thank you, maybe you're very, which one? Yes, okay. So, and maybe later in life, or maybe now, since you're showing up as the seer here, you already know what it is, but most likely on those journeys you don't, because you have such a curve that you can't look around the curve. It's just like not possible. But maybe you can, I don't know. Whoa! Oh my God! Wow, you have the 9 of Vessels, generosity. Wow, look at you, how magnetic and radiant you are here, Pisces. But you know, you do have that knowing. And look at this, very meditative. I'm talking to someone who is in meditative state quite a bit, who is practicing here. practicing their emotions, being in touch with their emotions, being in touch with themselves, and again showing up with a seer. That's a third eye stuff as well, and that's using your precognition and your abilities here in order to know where it is that you're going next. Not that it would matter really, because when you're in that meditative state, like every moment is perfect and really, really awesome and really good, right? Because when we're tapped in, it just feels so incredibly good. And when we're in that state, most of the time, anything around us can happen and it doesn't affect us so much. Yeah, and you have so much energy that you're radiating that out, and with generosity, it's like you're more than willing to give that to other people as well, to fill their cups. But this is happening automatically. It's not something that you're trying, that you have to put any kind of effort in it. This is effortless. Really an effortless state where you're there for other people. And again, to that person who just had someone pass away, it's being really there for the people, for other people in that circumstance, and really filling their cups. But again, it's effortless. It's just your presence, because you are there, you are a supporter and a giver. This happens quite naturally, but just know that others are nurtured by your presence. Okay, good. Oh, wow. Whoa, you have the stag. Look at how angry he looks. He's like, I'm here. Life. Like that, right? With the number 8, which is highly successful. Yeah, and this is the fighting type of an energy that is sometimes required of us in life, but then again not. But then again not. It's different. Because I'm getting contrast here. Contrast. The stag is to me almost like a guardian of the forest, and very much in a leader position. As you can see, like on his drum, he has like a double tree that he protects, like the roots, everything, as well as the trunk and the leaves and everything. But there's a contrast between that aggressive kind of a stance and that one, of course, which is free-flowing, where the energy is just like radiating outwards here, Pisces. What do you want to tell us with this? Not entirely sure. It's just that leadership kind of a position. But I can't quite decide whether this is an external force here, like someone that is an external person or external protective force that is coming in, or a human being, or whether it's yourself. And it could also be both, or a part of yourself that is very protective of their tribe, right? Or of their family, of their friends. But meditation makes you so strong already, right? And so free-flowing that it's almost like, it would almost be contradictory to have that stag there in this position, because it's quite strong energetically. But you be the judge of that. I don't know. I told you all I know, and all the cards are giving me. All right, let's see. Okay, both, yes, okay. All right, which one? This one first? Yeah, all right. Come on, baby. Ooh. Wow, you have balance. Wow, and I immediately, again, so there's someone very, very present. Again, we have the same thing that is very special. Someone passed away. And this old woman, it doesn't have to be a woman that passed away, but this ancestral energy is what I'm feeling here. Again, very present. But this is recent, or was recent. Balance. Yeah, there's a need to balance things. Yeah, thank you, that's that. Okay, now these cards make a lot more sense. There's a need to balance that. The need to really want something, like I want it, I need to achieve it, I need to protect, I need to, that whole male kind of a stance, push, and that meditative kind of a state, because that's more so where it's at, right? That's why I said, when you have this, why would you show up with such an energy? Because they almost contradict themselves. I understand if you want something really badly that you are willing to fight for it, but again, it's almost contradictory, and there's a need to find balance within your situation here, okay, between these two forces, I would presume. Number 19 breaking down to a 10, breaking down to a 1, which is a new beginning here. A new beginning within that 180, okay? That's the new beginning. Radical, quite radical. That's that too with a stack. That's radical kind of an energy. It's like, and it takes force to do a 182, right? It takes force, but it's somehow calling you back to the 9 of Vessels, to that meditative stance. Wow. Oh my God. Oh my God. Wow, that is gorgeous. Focus. Focus with a number 14 breaking down to a 5, which is change. Oh my God, that is so gorgeous. That actually reminds me of a private reading I did very much in the beginning of the channel. Wow. Wow. That's amazing. That's that crystal bowl. That crystal bowl. Wow, that's seeing things, perceiving things. And again, I mentioned third eye. That's that, very much third eye opening, very much perceiving something in the receptive mode, being in the meditative state. That's where it's at. That's where it's magical here for you, Pisces. It's being immersed in your emotions, and the focus is clearly coming in meditation here. She's got her eyes closed. It's not with the usual senses that you perceive, but you focus here. You focus on the third eye, right? And watch what is coming in with that opening. Wow, balance and focus. All right. Beautiful, really magical. All right. Thank you. Oh, are you kidding? Okay, this is a moon deck, but you have the moon. So maybe, my dear Piscean friends, with those full moons, when this reading is coming out, actually the full moon will have happened already, but as I'm recording it, the full moon is tomorrow. I think it's Cancer. The Cancerian full moon. So yeah, there's something, maybe something is really changing for you, or has really changed for you during that time. It's about the cyclic nature and the feminine energy here. And I feel it, there's something about the ancestral female line here, lineage here. Angelic support around you, that's for sure. You may be aligned to the moon cycles when you were a female, with your own cycle as well, aligned to that. Oh my God. Okay, I need to show you something. Look at that. So interesting. We have an older woman here and a younger woman here and they both wear those dresses here, and they both have the moons around. When here, she's just free flowing, right? And feeling really youthful. This one is already a bit more seasoned, and she has put them like in place, right? This is about maturity levels as well. And much like with the stack is really youthful and full of power, right? And elder people are usually not so much more physically powerful, but they have so much more knowledge to share with us and the world. And she already knows. She's like, yeah. I've been through that. I put them here and here. When she didn't put anything anywhere, it's just like free flowing, right? Free flowing. All right. Interesting. Those, so many moons. And then the center of that too. What do you want to tell us with this? There's a moon in the center, and lots of all the cyclic nature of life. That's what they actually said it like that. Well, the cyclic nature of life. And I'm like, what do you want to tell? That was funny. The cyclic nature of life. Okay, thanks. Wow. Great teacher. Learn from spiritual experiences. Wow, that's incredible. Yeah, and you do have a lot of cycles here too. You have a lot of rounds. Look here with the cycle, then there, of course, and there's the flower of life in the back too. Yeah. A lot of round things. Okay. All right. Great teacher. Here we are, people. Learn from spiritual experiences. Know that what is happening around you is divinely inspired. Learn from your current experiences, then share them with others. This card was inspired by Jesus, who is one of the most widely acknowledged and loved spiritual teachers of all time. But there's a great teacher in every tradition, and this card represents the one to whom you feel closest, as well as the great teacher within. The teacher wears simple clothes here to demonstrate that even if you live a simple life, it can be an incredibly spiritual one. He is surrounded by a sense of serenity and harmony because he has absolute trust in the higher power that moves through him. And the dove in the card represents receiving answers to prayers through signs and experiencing peace through joy. This card can represent a teacher in your life or the great teacher within. Either way, it shows that you have dedicated a lot of time, effort, and energy to understanding yourself and the world. You are having spiritual experiences at this time and gaining a greater awareness of what you need to do in order to grow. There's a great chance that if you've been having any challenges recently, you've surmounted them and allowed them to be vehicles to lessons that are helping your spiritual connection. If you feel that you've received messages from heaven or the universe recently, this card is confirmation that these have indeed been holy experiences. All right, my sweet Pisces. All right, cool. That is it. There won't be an extended to your reading because I'm just experimenting here and seeing how we go. I hope this was insightful or helpful in some way or form to you. I'm sending you much love, my sweethearts, and I'll see you next time. Bye.